All right. Hey, Martin, you got us?
Yep.
All righty. Well, we're going to kick off today's post-race media availability with Martin Truex Jr., our third place finisher in the Sport Clips Toyota. Martin, can you just walk us through that run?
Yeah, I mean, overall a solid day. Obviously, first stage there, we had to pass quite a few cars. Starting 11th, it was pretty tough, but was happy to get second that first stage, and then we had a bit of an issue on pit road with a tire getting away, and then had to come from the rear, which that was pretty difficult. But Sport Clips Camry was decent. I think we were probably a third place car, and we finished third. So solid day. Just lacked a little bit of speed and drivability.
All right, and we are going to open up the floor for questions for Martin. If you have a question, just a reminder, click the participants tab and raise your hand. We're going to kick it off with Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Martin, is there anything that you take away from having a penalty and coming back and finishing third? Like, is that something that you feel like with a new crew chief this year, that those are things that you just need to do?
No, I mean, I think, no matter what's going on as a driver, you face those things, and, mistakes happen, speeding, pit road speed. And, I've done that this year. So, I mean, you just, when those things happen, you just have to buckle down and get what you can get. So, fortunately we were able to come back from it. And, we probably lost out on a few stage points there in stage 2 because of it. But overall, it was, still a solid day. So I don't think it matters who's running, who's working on the car, who's on your crew, whatever. Anytime something happens, all you can do is dig out of the hole the best you can.
And I mean, are you happy with third, or is it a third, but you never really were in with Keselowski and Hamlin at all during the day?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we weren't quite as good as those two guys. So, like I said, that first stage we ran second to the 11, and he looked pretty strong. I was having some handling issues there, and so we never could quite get the car to do the things that I needed to do here to win. And we've had it doing those things here before, but it seems like we have a tough time finding out how to have it at the end of the race. So still a little bit more work to be done, but again, a solid effort. I felt like we were third best car, and we, maybe fourth best car. I think the 4 was pretty strong at times as well, and he kind of got messed around on track position. So we finished where we should have, I guess, and we just need to figure out how to get a little bit better here.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next question from Lee Spencer. Go ahead, Lee.
Thank you. Just wondering, Martin, Brad made point of saying after the race that he was really stoked about their run because he thinks that this could be, I guess, a determinant of how well that they can run at Phoenix, given the fact that this is the same tire. What do you guys have to improve on before you take this package or whatever package you end up using for the season finale?
That's really tough to say just because, I felt like our issues were things that, we probably could have made better with some practice. I think so. You just gotta hit it. I think maybe we need to be a little bit, smarter about our simulation and what setups we're unloading with the racetrack, and maybe figure out something a little bit better with this tire this year. It seems like we've struggled a little bit more this year with some tire issues and than some other teams. And I think I speak for all the drivers at JGR when we kind of say we kind of lack some of the feel that we're looking for in these tires. So that may be part of it. Maybe they figured some things out there. We're still kind of searching on that, I think.
And what are your thoughts on Cole Pearn coming out of retirement?
I'm excited for him. I think he's going to have a fun time. I think the opportunity to go to Indianapolis for a few weeks and enjoy yourself and try to help a team with he's got some friends there that work on that team. So I think he's going to have a good time. And then he's only got to do one race and then he's back in retirement. So it's fun, I guess, for him right there, at this point in time to do some things that, kind of bucket list things, I think. And that's probably one of them. So I hope he has fun with it, and hopefully they're competitive.
Appreciate your time, champ.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next question from Dustin Long. Go ahead, Dustin.
Yeah, Martin, so far this season, there haven't been many races with the 750 package. And obviously you did win one at Martinsville not too long ago. But, from this point on, more than half the races are the 750 package. How much might things change? How much is everybody kind of in a learning mode at this point? Because this is kind of late to have a bunch of these races where I think it's been about 4 or 5 races on this package all year.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. And, it's interesting to see, how it played out today and where we kind of stacked up. I felt like we were right there, but obviously, as I've been talking about, needed the car to be a little bit better. But, the win at Martinsville and that was huge for us. But I think going forward, we're going to learn a little bit more about this and, who's been working on it, because they know it's, the championship race at Phoenix will use this package. So, let's see, in the next few weeks, I think we'll see who's kind of gained some ground with this package and who's maybe, not really been working on it because all the, the mile and a half and the other 550 stuff we've been running. So I was happy, like I said, with our performance today. I felt like there was a lot of room for improvement with our handling. So that's always encouraging when your car could drive better and you still run as good as we did. So we'll see how it goes. And you just, every week you just got to do the best you can and kind of the best educated guess you can come up with.
Thank you.
All right, our next question will come from Jordan Bianchi.
Obviously, Martin, with social distancing and everything, you're not around Kyle Busch a lot in person. But have you noticed the frustrating season that he's having? Have you noticed him voicing that in meetings? Has he voiced that in meetings? What's he been like to interact with? Yeah,
he's been pretty grumpy, to be honest with you. He's been pretty grumpy, but yeah, no, I mean, Kyle's, they've had some tough luck for sure. And again, today, obviously. So, Kyle's a great competitor and, a smart guy. He's really not been, too down on things. I think he knows that, he's got a great team and they can overcome this. So he's been a little bit grumpy at times, but for the most part, he's been pretty typical Kyle.
Has it been a thing where they're just kind of looking at it as bad luck, or is it things that they're doing that's causing some of these, not performance issues?
I'd say both. I think the two go together. You start not running good and, you get in spots where you probably shouldn't be and you get crashed. It's happened to us this year. I mean, we've gotten wrecked 6 or 7 times, I think, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, yeah, it just seems like this sport, when it rains, it pours. And, when things aren't going your way, it just seems like you can't do anything right. And I feel like they've been competitive. They've been strong. And, they just have had a lot of weird things happen. So I know exactly how he feels. I've been there many times.
Thank you.
All right, and our last question for Martin is going to come from Stephen Toronto. Go ahead, Stephen.
Martin, after Kansas, you had said that maybe a conversation that was worth having was about perhaps not being so liberal of applying PJ1 at all these different sorts of racetracks. Today we saw a very competitive race with the PJ1 down. Did you think that the traction compound allowed for more of a two-groove racetrack, or was it something else like the tire? What do you think? What do you think contributed to the racing we saw today?
I think it's a lot of things. I think a new tire that caught a lot of people off guard. It's quite a bit different, I think, than what we'd run here last year. The PJ1. I felt like the PJ1 was quite different than the past few years we've been doing it here. In that it seemed like the top groove really wore out faster than normal. So the bottom came in, and we've seen, a lot of those restarts, we've seen guys run the bottom for 15 laps or 10 or 15 laps and making some moves, making some passes, and being able to do that. So I just felt like overall the whole track had, the whole track was a little bit more equal. The last few times here, that second lane of PJ1, which is actually the third lane on the racetrack, usually it's just so dominant. It's hard to make speed in any other lane. And today it felt like, that didn't really last long. So that gave us all a lot more options, I would think. And I felt like that's kind of, what made the racing a little bit different than normal.
Thank you.
All right, Martin. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the finish, and we'll see you in Michigan.
All right, guys. Thank you.